they say when you start getting hate, that's when you know you're doing something good and you're on your way. So you got to be careful out here. So Doechii now is getting a lot of hate. People are speculating or calling her industry plant. It's crazy how it's been out here. But I got a video here today from Rory and Mal. Normally, I don't really like to react to this stuff too much because Mal is just too off-hinge. He's never right. Well, we know whose team he's on. But I just did a video where Drake is going after Doechii. So it only makes sense now that Mal has an agenda. You know what I'm saying? Of course, she's with TDE and those guys over there. So the hate is real. And it's all making sense now. It's all making sense now. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Hey, I can't even complain, man. Y'all been showing up for me, and I really appreciate that. Y'all been showing up. I appreciate that. Leave the comments. I respond to all the comments. So, but we're going to get to this video, man, because sometimes they trigger me a little bit. I try not to get too triggered, but I'm getting better at it. So I figure I want to share this with you. I didn't finish watching it. I maybe watched about a minute. And I already knew I wanted to react to it because, like I said, it's about Doechii, and she just got basically endorsed by Lauryn Hill, and a lot of people they didn't like that. I don't know why the hate is on, but it's on. So let's do it.
Well, we had a conversation last week about the industry and when they push a button,
okay,
and when they they kind of put the.
Oh no, I'm here to be objective. Just because I was a pick me on the Doechii conversation, don't think this is going to be. I support that young lady. I think she's incredibly talented.
No, we support Doechii over here,
but
for sure.
You can continue.
So it was some things hit the timeline over the weekend that I was just, putting on Rory's radar. So I saw some things, and I was like, sending it to Rory. I said,
"You Ubered me to On the Radar."
I had to. I was like, "Yo, this is the button that I'm telling you about." When you see Doechii, now taking pictures with Pharrell, it's like, okay, they're in the same rooms now. They're, obviously the fashion, we get that. Doechii just walked with what was the line she just walked for? D squared, I believe.
Yes.
She did that, looked great, looked incredible. Obviously, we know Pharrell's the creative director at Louis. So now her and Pharrell are in the same space. They're in the same room, take a picture together. They know what the talk is. Obviously, are we getting some music together? Doechii's a Grammy-winning artist now. Pharrell's a Grammy-winning producer and artist as well. Are we going to collab? Are we going to work together?
Okay, first of all, I don't think that's pushing the button whatsoever. Because again, we've watched Doechii for 5 years put in her work. Finally, she's starting to reap the benefits of that. TDE is doing what they're supposed to do as far as making sure this girl's in front of us at all times. Post-Grammy, I think being in that fashion line makes sense. And let's also not pretend like Pharrell has not worked with up-and-coming acts his entire career. Pharrell.
When I watch this show and listen to these two guys, and it's like they're night and day. It's like, it's not even night and day. Because Mal is like a hot pocket. He just sits there like he has no brain. That's Patrick. That's freaking Patrick from SpongeBob. That's who Mal is. Like, because he just doesn't make sense at all. And I'm going to say this. I think this is a Drake's agenda, and I want to see how far he goes because he's trying everything to down. But here he is. She's been working for 5 years. So why does he see it, but Mal doesn't? You know what I'm saying? He's trying to find a way. Let's see if he gets through with his angle.
Pharrell has never been one of those producers that's like, I only fuck with Hove.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with Pharrell too. Pharrell, he worked with a lot of people. If you musically inclined and you ain't had a name, he didn't care. If you're going to put in work, them dudes, they don't care who you are. If you're going to put music out and create something, they all down for it.
Pharrell will work with somebody we've never heard of. And not even if they're signed to him. Like, Pharrell is one of those producers to see him with a new chick that could actually rap, that is a breath of fresh air based off a lot of stuff that we've heard. I don't think that's the industry pushing the button.
You hear what he said? A breath of fresh air. What he said?
Heard of. And not even if they're signed to him. Like Pharrell is one of those producers to see him with a new chick that could actually rap, that is
a new chick that could actually rap. That's a big statement right there. That can actually rap. Think about what he said for a minute. That's very powerful, because a lot of these chicks out here, they don't know how to spit bars. They don't even know how to put bars together right.
Is a breath of fresh air based off a lot of stuff that we've heard. I don't think that's the industry pushing the button. I think that's Pharrell being Pharrell and Doechii being Doechii.
And also, did we see them together in a studio, or were they together in Paris at Fashion Week?
No, Maul was saying, that question came up. When they posted that photo, it wasn't for the fashion shit. They knew all those comments would be
it's music. It's music
for sure.
So now my thing with the whole button thing was, and I don't particularly care about numbers. I don't know what sells what.
When somebody say they don't care about something, they care everything about it. It's bleeding his soul right now. Like, look, you can see it. You a lie. Everybody in your camp, that's all they care about, numbers.
It's music. It's music.
For sure.
So now my thing with the whole button thing was, and I don't particularly care about numbers. I don't know what sells what, but obviously that's a talking point here. So Doechii wins best rap album. When Doechii's album came out, she did what, 11,000 her first week?
He don't care about numbers, but he know the numbers.
Here's where I won't give you pushback on the button thing. I think you can make a huge case to question what the Grammys do to decide. I know they have the committee. Everyone votes.
This is why I'm going back. This is why I'm going back to the Grammy. You do 11,000 your first week. Again, I don't care about numbers. I thought the album was good. She had some good joints on there. Happy for her. We support her. But now you go.
See, the thing is, like with Doechii's album, Tyler the Creator's album, they're like projects. Like, you can't just go on that album and just like listen to a random song. You have to listen to it all the way through. And it makes a lot of sense. I can't say that about a lot of artists out there where they just throw a bunch of stuff on a record, like 21 songs, and they're just there. But hey, to each his own, right?
You win the Grammy. We all know once you are you don't even have to win a Grammy. Once you're a Grammy nominated artist, different things start to open up.
It's right in the bio.
But when they give you right, but when they give you the Grammy, you have to understand that there are other things. It's not just the Grammy. A whole other lane and world is now available to you, opens up to you. And to me, that is what I call the button. Now, 11,000, not the greatest numbers, but who cares when a product is dope?
I mean,
well, it's over 200,000
now she's smoking with
because
they got her in front of so many eyes.
Again, so the numbers are gonna go where they're gonna go because I'm a Grammy winning artist.
Well, so let's not just paint that, because even before, yes, the Grammys obviously
that's what it is. You win a Grammy, everything goes up.
Yes, but the numbers were going up already before the Grammys because.
Thank you for jumping in, because you just see it. I don't care about numbers, but she only sold 10,000 her first week. Why do you know that if you don't care about numbers? He's trying to find a way to say, oh, the Grand. No, she was on the rise. And if Drake had his superpowers, he would have been able to hit her on the way up and give her a feature. But he got stepped on by her little brother.
Now, first week numbers don't really matter. It matters. The big artists are arguing about it and the fan base are arguing about it. But we've had this conversation where first week number doesn't matter. What are we doing on the back end? What are we doing that next week? And that next week after that, after this music video comes out, or I do this late night performance.
And again, I'm somebody, I don't really care about numbers. I tell you all the time, I don't know what albums that I like.
Why does he keep saying he don't care about numbers when all he's doing is talking about the numbers? Right? Y'all see it, right?
Like, so I don't know what they saw.
And even with the industry and TDE and Universal doing what they're supposed to do as far as getting their artists in front of people. Exactly. Let's also not act like all of 2024, Doechii, with every performance, every festival, put together one of the best shows. Not only that, did every late night shit, did like 7 Denial is a River videos, did one with Issa, did a real one, did every live performance outlet. Like she went and got herself in front of so many people and it resonated. So that's where the post numbers are coming from. Of course, the Grammy helps from there.
Mm-hmm.
But let's not act like we didn't watch her on video put in all this work. Anytime she got an opportunity, she over-delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler wanted her on the album, was one of the best albums of last year, most anticipated, smoked her verse, went out of control. And the industry's not pushing a button for Tyler to go, well, if you guys want it, I'll put her on my album then. Nah, Tyler thought she was dope and she smoked him on that verse.
And that's why I came to, because I know what you were about to lean into with Lauryn Hill.
Oh, I'm going to get to
Oh, yeah. You can feel it.
that.
This is not a button push. Lauryn Hill doesn't do shit she doesn't want it. Lauryn Hill doesn't show up to her own shows.
I agree with you. And I wasn't going to say the industry pushed this button.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, is it deserving?
What do you mean? Is it deserve her being on stage with Lauryn Hill? The only person that could decide whether she deserves that or not is Lauryn Hill.
Of course. And I love that Lauryn Hill loves Doechii. I think it was an incredible look. I could never imagine if Lauryn Hill wanted me to go pick up her laundry, I would go do it. I'm not here to shit on Doechii in that regard. I think that's great. But back to the legends thing, when we talk about superstars, megastars, I'm talking about just straight legends. I feel like maybe you need to put in a little bit more work as far as proof to stand next to certain people.
Yeah, but don't do that.
I feel like
don't.
What? What kind of what?
Do that because when it happened for Cardi, everybody was happy.
What did
when it happened for Cardi, everybody was happy, praising all this shit.
Wait, Lauryn brought Cardi out?
What
no,
legend?
I'm not saying Lauryn. She may have. I don't know.
What legend?
Yo, it's just crazy that he actually said that because she just won a Grammy. After you win a Grammy, I think everybody wants to work with you in the industry, right? But do we did he actually just say that? She's not big enough to stand next to somebody like that? That's what he said, right? Wow. I would expect that from Maul. Wow.
And has Cardi ever stood? I can understand if you say that with Beyonce and Megan, but what legend has Cardi ever stood next to on stage with that kind of gave her that stamp?
Oh, I mean, it's been so many years since Cardi's been lit. I'm pretty sure one of these legends have had her on stage at some point, had her at their concert, like somebody.
But this was a moment, and I understand also the connection. It's just Cardi, Lauryn, and Doechii that have rap album of the year.
Female. Yes.
So yeah, I see that connection there, and I see what Doechii represents, even as the image that's out there, connections with Lauryn. I get it. I'm just saying from a music standpoint, I just don't know if that solidifies you to stand on stage with somebody that doesn't do shit and has that type of status. Like, of course, Lauryn gets to decide that, but come on.
Yeah, but when you're all in the same, it's only, like you said, Cardi, Lauryn, and Doechii to have that best rap album.
Exactly. Now goddamn Maul is talking, making sense. God damn it.
As a Grammy. I mean, it's a small club.
And I know I sound like I'm hating. I liked the moment. I loved her doing the second verse.
Mm-hmm.
You are hating. Don't say you're not and then say you just like what Maul said. I'm not a numbers guy, but she only sold 10,000 her first week. God damn it. Just why can't people just do something you just appreciate it and say, you know what? That was a good look. That was a good look. But
just
I guess we got to keep our podcasts going, right? You're hating right now. Wow.
The hip hop nerd in me, which is sometimes a bad thing, is looking at that like, all right, man. Like, do you know what Nicki Minaj had to do to get on that song with Beyonce?
Right.
Oh my God. Are these two for real? I'm pretty sure Kendrick don't have to work as hard as Drake to get people on his features. When you're true and pure, think about how long Kendrick was kind of crowned the one. I mean, Drake was doing his thing, but Drake's not a pure hip hop artist. He sings, he does melodies. he goes and does other stuff. So he's not pure rap, and then he don't write his own stuff. But when you're talking about, and then you look at the people that used to collab with Kendrick because he was a hip hop. So when artists wanted to get a hip hop feature, most likely they'll go to K-Dot instead of Drake, where Drake is only trying to bring people up, but people in the industry went to K-Dot. And you see him on a lot of, whether it's Maroon 5 or Taylor Swift, you know, he's done a lot of stuff. And it's the same thing with Doechii. They can see the pen. They can see the creativity. They can see, you know, what she can do. She's not industry generated. You know, to me, Drake is one of the biggest industry plant. And there's a lot of things that come with that. I'm not saying he's not good at what he do. He's great. But he gets a lot of help, whether it's writers, and these are things that push in the industry. And I don't mean to talk this long between, but it explains why the Academy gives all the Grammys to Kendrick, because they know everything he puts out, he created. When Drake puts music out, they know they helped him create it. So they already know. That's why he doesn't get the awards that he doesn't get. But dude right now is, I didn't expect him to trigger me the way like that, but let me
No, I
like,
get
you
it.
know what solidified, like,
But
and we've talked, even we've had conversations with Jay and behind closed doors. Certain people and other legends don't look at it disrespectfully. Like, I know what I put in to get to this point. Not anyone can just stand next to me. Like,
Right.
This is solidified for a different type of person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and granted, if they're signed to you, then you get a look, but
Yeah.
that's a button.
Yeah.
But just,
yo, is it me or these two MFers only think that you can get something because you had to get a quid pro quo or do favors? Like, is that what they think? Don't they know what hip hop is? Like, even back in the day, the Mocats, they used to do features with people, but to hear them talk about this, like she did a bad thing by endorsing another counterpart that's only two other women other than me's won it. Any woman can say that. That's their line. So they're bonded forever. And I just can't understand the hate. Is he now heading out with Maul?
anybody? Nah, that's a different type of thing.
And I'm not mad at the button being pushed.
Of course not.
Because I don't want that to.
I don't think this is a button
across.
pushed. I think Lauryn
I
loves
just think that
Doechii.
it's cool to recognize when the button was pushed. Like,
but
all
we
right.
haven't.
Do y'all think they pushed the button? Like, I mean, I think she earned what she's getting now. And anybody listen to Doechii's album? Let me know what you think about Doechii's album. I thought it was a great masterpiece. You know, creativity, you know, he thinks it's pushed. But like I said, this is Drake sending out things to help defame her a little bit. Let's see if it pops up on Academics radar, Aiden Ross. These guys, you're going to see them starting to go after her because she is part of TDE and K-Dot's camp. But and you know what? I did another video when I talked about Ice Spice and Avi Lotto. Those are two people in Drake's corner that might try to go at her. And I hope they do because, man, I want to see Doechii destroy these people in battles.
Haven't acknowledged when a button was pushed for, like, we're talking around this, but when has a button been pushed for Doechii? When did the industry push a button on Doechii?
I think it was pushed Grammy night.
Pushing a button would initiate or signify that she didn't deserve her Grammy. Do you not think that she?
No,
deserved her Grammy?
I'm not. See, and I think that's kind of like the negative tone that comes with the button being pushed is that you say, oh, somebody doesn't deserve it. I'm not. That's when I'm saying the button was pushed. It's not because an artist doesn't deserve it. When I say it, it's meaning like they recognize that, okay, we like this artist. We think that this artist has a good thing here, good talent. Let's magnify this. Let's amplify this. Let's make sure we get this out to as much people that may not know about this artist as possible because we think that this is dope. That's what I mean when I say the button was pushed. Meaning like now everything is getting ready to go up. Like, okay, cool, we like her, boom, send up. Or boom, we like him, send him up. Like that to me is what the button is for. Not saying the artist doesn't deserve it and is not talented. I don't want that to be the tone that I'm pushing. I'm just saying that we know when the artist is like, okay, we see them at SOBs, we see them at these smaller venues, and then it's like something happens to where it's now like, yo, they just sold out fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's called putting in hard work. Isn't that what it's called? Yeah, I just said she worked for 5 years to get where she going. She got there. Like, is it me? That's hard work, right? Of course. After it's reaping what she sowed. The fruits of her labor, they're coming through. Like,
it goes back to our.
If I'm not mistaken, this was like a mixtape she put out and became. Let me know. I think I could be wrong, but this is not even like her first like real album. She's just on the come up, but she's been putting in work. And these dudes are just like they got to be the two biggest haters on it on podcasting. I don't know who hates more than these two, especially Maul. And Maul's like dragging Rory into it now. Where he's infected.
Original Grammy, post-Grammy episode when we were like, we don't really understand if it's numbers, what it is, but if they're going to go this route, at least they did get it right. Like,
yeah,
if there was some type of shit behind the scenes where TDE did pay or whatever the fuck, all right, they got it right though. Like, it wasn't like there was a bullshit album that sold 11,000 copies and won.
Right.
There is still matching with talent level and music here. Yeah. So at that point, I kind of stopped caring. It's more so like the Lauryn stuff with my nerdy brain that I'm like, okay, that's a look. Like,
absolutely.
Fuck a Grammy. Lauryn Hill brought you on stage. How many people on earth can say that?
Yeah, but why are you so surprised by that?
Praz can't even say that.
But why are you so surprised by that when she's in a very small club with Lauryn Hill now? It's only Lauryn and Cardi that have best rap album as female rappers.
And on top of that, the type of female rap that Doechii does is like the type of shit that Lauryn Hill would want out. Granted, Doechii does.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. They're both two Afrocentric females, women. And I'm sure y'all know what that means. They're spiritually, emotionally, energy connected, like doo-wop pop. I mean, because Lauryn Hill was probably one of the most talented people that we never really got to see because she only put out one album. But she got stuff with the Fugees and she got all this other stuff. And did y'all know when Lauryn Hill performed at the Apollo when she got booed off stage? This was before she got with the Fugees, but yeah, she got booed.
People get it misconstrued. Doechii does rap about a bunch of degenerate shit. But she does it in a way where you don't hear pussy, 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 pussy every 5 seconds, which I'm sure Lauryn, as an MC, has been waiting.
That was a hit.
You see how shallow-minded this dude is? Like, he's real shallow-minded. Like, dude, really?
Lauryn has been waiting to hear somebody like that. Like, acknowledging Nicki, you don't have a choice but to acknowledge Nicki because Nicki put the work in over time.
Nicki's
and she showed her versatility. Nicki has a lot of pussy rap.
Oh, no,
not
for sure.
all pussy rap. No, but she has a lot of it. And also,
she got a lot.
Nicki was very sexualized throughout her career. That's not something that hid. Nicki was the one that made the big fake butt a thing. So she has she was very sexualized in her career. But
there's videos of Lauryn and Nicki together backstage when she was bowing down, which I get it. It was excessive, but I get it.
What I was saying is it took Nicki a long time to get to that spot. When we're talking about why Doechii might have gotten there faster, I think Lauryn Hill might identify with Doechii a little bit more. I don't think it's just because of the Grammy. I think Lauryn really likes her and likes her music. I think that's what it is. So when it comes to that, when it comes to a cosign, no matter how legendary the person is, you can't you can't really take that away or say they're not deserving of that, because no matter who I am, I'm a legend, whatever, I say that I like this artist and I want more people to listen to this artist. That's what a cosign is. That's like if somebody would have said that Sierra didn't deserve her Janet cosign at the time, like it. Yeah. Or Megan didn't deserve her Beyonce cosign.
No, I get it. I did see a lot of people saying it was similar to when Game, Snoop, and I forgot what other West Coast artists were there, gave Kendrick, passed the torch to him, like in LA. That whole, and everyone was like, oh, he only had Section 80 out at that time. While I agree, I don't think they're comparable. Section 80, and no disrespect to Alligator 2, I think I had it at #1 of my favorite rap album last year. Section 80.
You have Freddie at #1.
Or Freddie, yeah. Section 80 is Section 80. Like, that was a moment.
And they're also
we knew solidified at that point Kendrick Lamar was different, and this guy wasn't going anywhere. I'm not saying Doechii's going to go anywhere. I hope she stays. I can't wait to see her growth. But that to me was way different. And even then, I was like, "Damn, that was quick." Snoop and Game co-signed it off your first tape.
Yeah,
I mean, technically the one that broke. Yeah, I thought that was even a little crazy. So I was pulled up this Nas shit because this is kind of what I was talking about. This was on Hip Hop Is Dead. 8 years in the game. I'm sorry. When you're 4 years in the game, we can have a conversation. 8 years in the game, I invite you on vacation. 10 years in the game after I enjoy my fame, only then I'll even let you pick my brain.
Right.
Like you have to be 4 albums in to even talk to me.
Yeah.
But
I understand. I respect that though.
But I get that. And again, this is
totally respect.
But this is the type of music and point of view that I grew up on as far as how rappers did their co-signing, or like even being around. Like, yeah, he nice, but he can't be next to me yet. He has to prove a lot more to even get in this realm.
But we spoke about that. Like it's a real thing when it's like, yo, like you got to prove that you're gonna be here a while. Like we talked about the average lifespan of a rapper being what, a year, 2 years.
Yeah, I mean.
So let me ask y'all something real quick. I understand what they mean, but didn't we see Ice Spice get co-signed from a bunch of people? A bunch of people. Where's she at now? She's going like a fart in the wind. Like, where's she at now? She got co-signed. She was one of those people that the industry was put. Sexy Red, we seen it. She's got a co-sign, right? Drizzy gave them co-signs. They ain't in the, I don't even think they had albums out yet. So what are we talking about? I mean, some of the guys, yeah, but you know what? K-Dot had Dre and everybody co-signing way, way back. Even before they gave him that chain, you could see it.
Maybe now. So like you think somebody like Nas is gonna open up his bandwidth and his fucking, IP to somebody that's only gonna be around for like 18 months and give them like, it's like, no, you gotta prove that one, you respect this culture. One, you're gonna add to it.
Oh my God. He's talking about respecting the culture. Really? Okay.
Enhance it and help grow it and push it forward. And then you can sit down and kick it and be like, yo, like, so Nas, like when you did it, it's like that's a rite of passage to people that care about this culture, that, they know that they have to protect it.
What? Yo, he's just like a fart mouth, dude, because your boy don't care about this culture. They talk the talk, but they don't walk it. Because I'm gonna say my commentary,
and they have to, leave it in better hands than they found it. So it's a lot of these rappers. Yeah, you don't get to sit down and kick it and talk to certain people unless you prove that, yo, I'm in this for the right reasons. I'm in here to enhance this. I'm in here to grow this. I'm in here to push this, and I'm dope and I'm talented. And I'm not just some person that just caught a record and went viral. And now I think that I'm
gonna leave it there. Listen, that one triggered me some, because it's just the Doechii hate. The Doechii hate is popping up, and you can see it. Like I said, you look at Sexy Red, you look at Ice Spice, she had people endorsing her. Drake did, and I don't think they have more than one albums. So what are we talking about? I think if anybody feel like, hey, I want to put my arm around that person, who are you to say that's not deserving of the other person, and for them to say, yo, it is what it is. Now, if I remember, you could go back But Nas and Kendrick's pretty close. They've been close for a long time, even before 2 and 3 albums in. So y'all need to backpedal on that. Some of that stuff y'all was just farting out your face, especially Rory. I never expected Rory to be the one that was on the downfall. Usually Maul's just, but let me know what y'all think. And I appreciate the sister. I can't remember her name right now off the top. Y'all need to let me know down in the comments what y'all think about this video. And right here, I'm going to leave another one for y'all. So, Peapod Cove, I'm going to see y'all on the next one.